Richard Lugar attended many tree planting ceremonies, first as mayor of Indianapolis and then as United States Senator for over 3 decades. But what matters most are the ideas and policies he planted and nurtured while in office.
Richard G. Lugar put country above party and self.
Recipient of the Medal of Freedom in November, Senator Lugar was honored for his work in reducing the threat of nuclear and biological weapons. Farmers and ranchers are grateful to him for the causes he endorsed and championed for them: fair trade, conservation reserve, biofuels, and planting flexibility.
The Roosevelt idea was that by limiting the amount of acreage you could plant, why prices would rise and so forth. But what might have been an emergency situation in the 1930s continued on and on and on. Freedom to Farm was the breakout, which finally on my farm I realized the objective of my dad, and that is to be able to plant as much corn, as many acres of soybeans as we wished to do, and we took advantage of that.
Without a doubt, Senator Lugar was one of the finest advocates we had in agriculture, be it for ag policy or tax bills, trade issues. Just an eloquent guy that reached across the aisle, knew how to work with both sides, and especially as chairman of the Senate Ag Committee, just did a fine job putting together really good pieces of legislation.
Very rarely did I ever get to witness him giving a speech where he didn't mention that we have a 604-acre farm in Marion County in the White River Bottoms, and so he was very proud of that.
Drawing on his farm experience, Senator Lugar introduced the Conservation Reserve Program, which was incorporated in the Farm Bill.
The Conservation Reserve Program temporarily set aside land that really was not in normal production. And I think it was a very good thing for conservation, but it likewise led farmers to new innovations in the use of their own land.
His interest in America's energy independence and rural development prompted him to become a leading proponent of biofuels.
So he strongly promoted the building of ethanol plants. And indeed that did revive life in some of our counties in ways that no one could have anticipated. It made a better market for farmers, obviously, likewise more jobs for people, and people finally became really interested in alternative fuels.
He championed many of the trade bills on the Hill, trying to get them passed, whether that's trade promotion authority or regional trade agreements. He was a tremendous supporter of that and partnered with American Farm Bureau on many occasions to keep trade lanes open all around the world.
Today, as president of the nonprofit Lugar Center, he is pursuing further reduction in weapons of mass destruction.
The other aspect might be called the Feeding the World project. It is one in which we try to see how we're going to be successful in American agriculture, both in terms of our production as well as our expertise, and helping people throughout the world meet the problems of hunger.
Senator Richard G. Lugar, winner of the 2014 Distinguished Service to Agriculture Award.